Okay, a little impromptu Q&A for anybody who's interested. I'm presently still in New Jersey, and it appears that I will be here for at least 2 more weeks. How's the weather? Well, as you can see, the weather's actually quite nice here right now, nice and sunny. As I've just said, I'm not complaining, but I will be here in New Jersey for at least 2 more weeks because the airport in Lima is not going to be opening for at least another 2 weeks. As you can see, life here is relatively normal. We have traffic going by, and people are walking around, people are golfing, and so as compared to other parts of the world, life here is relatively normal. Yes, I've seen many photographs of the megaliths in Japan, including Yonaguni and also the Osaka Castle and the Royal Palace, Imperial Palace in Tokyo. And I'm hoping that things here are going to open up more in terms of being able to travel, at least around this area for a while. And so maybe I'll be able to travel around in this area. I might go to Florida, who knows? I might even go to Peru via Brazil. Everything's up in the air. No new information about the elongated skulls. I was supposed to go to a conference called Contact in the Desert late May, early June of this year, but it's been canceled until next year. Yes, a comparison of the elongated skulls. The ones most closely related are those found in the Black Sea area, in and around Crimea. I have not gone to Bosnia. I've been invited by Dr. Sam to go to Bosnia on many occasions. I actually met up with him in Nevada a couple of months ago, and once again he invited me to go, but after this series of misadventures that I've been involved with, I think I'm going to sit tight in Peru once I get back there for quite a while. We do have some tours coming up in June, August, and November. So if you want to look at hiddenincatours.com, you can see opportunities to come down and join with us. Wow, tons of questions coming in here. The Tartaria civilization, I don't know. That was a really hot topic a couple of months ago, and I think it's kind of died out as far as I can tell. Seems mildly weird to me. French Polynesia, beautiful. I love Tahiti. I spent 3 weeks there a number of years ago and love it. I am in quarantine, basically. I'm in quarantine on the front steps of a family house here in New Jersey. And hopefully stuff will start to lighten up by the time I get to Peru, so we'll be able to travel around to some degree. That would be good. So I know there are millions, if not billions of people who are literally trapped in hotels, trapped in apartments, trapped in rooms, etc. So I'm very fortunate that I can go outside and walk around and do stuff like that. And we just drove about an hour to see some stores and stuff, and so it's relatively Oh, thank you very much. Oh, go ahead. These are members of the family. There's Mariella and there's Talia. What did I have for lunch? Believe it or not, I went to McDonald's. I don't normally go to McDonald's, but it's one of those things that once in a while you crave junk food. Greetings, Ohio. Greetings to all of you from all over the world. Please go ahead and ask me some questions about basically anything. I would walk around the neighborhood, but actually I'm connected to the Wi-Fi in the house right now, so I can't really stray from where I'm at. I'm just enjoying the fact that it's a sunny day. The function of the Serapeum at Saqqara, clearly it originally had some kind of industrial function. It was built on purpose underground. It's clearly pre-dynastic. If you saw the clip that I put on the YouTube channel a few days ago, I have much better footage, which I am going to be putting up later on. And also the Osirion, etc. Santa Barbara, great. No, I'm not really interested in cave paintings that much. You know, my specialties are megalithic locations and elongated skulls, and also the relationship between elongated skulls and megalithic sites. Going back to Egypt in March of next year, and also probably November as well. So you can already sign up to the March one. Well, the good thing about, yeah, Scotland's interesting because there are the towers there that show vitrification, as in the melting of the stone surfaces, so that's quite intriguing. I'm not going to go there myself in the near future to check it out, but we will be going to Shropshire. We will be going to Malta next March after the main tour. Find out how the Great Pyramid was constructed. Well, it's clearly obvious that the Great Pyramid is pre-dynastic. I think almost everybody realizes that. Only 5% of people now believe that it was built as a tomb. Yeah, Klaus Donna presented artifacts from Ecuador quite a number of years ago. I still haven't been to Ecuador yet. Bosnian pyramids, I don't know. I haven't been. Some of the experts that I know, such as geologists, say that they're actually natural formations. But I never make a judgment or about any location until I've actually been there. Come and help find the Holy Grail. Well, thanks for the invitation. Bosnian pyramids, again, I haven't been. Some people think they're natural formations. Some people think that they're artificial formations. I won't know until I actually go. Malta, yeah, we're going to Malta next March. You can see on my website, Hidden Inca Tours. Algerian's pyramid, never heard of it. No, I can't read hieroglyphs, but I have two friends who are experts on that, and they do the decipherment for me. Easter Island, yes, I've been there 3 times. Beautiful place, well worth going. I would give 5 to 6 days if you plan to go. You fly directly from Santiago in Chile. It takes about 4 hours. Well, thanks for enjoying my videos. Have I ever seen a UFO? Yes, I've seen many UFOs actually, at least 7 really good encounters with them. Clearly they were not things made by cultures that we know of. Well, good afternoon to all of you. Wow, the questions are coming really rapidly here. Giants, I'm not one who studies giants too much. There are sarcophagi in the Cairo Museum which are 13 to 14 feet tall, and they may have actually contained giants at one time, but the giants of course are not on display because they don't fit in with Darwinian evolution, they don't fit in with creationism, etc. Well, we hope to do more DNA testing of the Paracas. It'll depend upon the opportunity to get samples and also payment for testing, etc. It's pretty expensive. Yeah, Marcia Moore is doing great work. She's done great work for years now with doing facial reconstruction of the elongated skulls. Walking and hiking, yeah, we do a fair bit on the tours. Still haven't been to Ecuador, and I never plan to go to Antarctica. I grew up in Canada. I've seen snow. I don't like it. I don't like ice. The Serapeum full video will be coming up when I get back to Peru. I'm not going to do. I'm going to show brief clips of different things. I'm probably going to put up a partial video tomorrow about the recent visit in the Serapeum, but not the whole thing. The whole thing will be when I get back to Peru. I have to save that material. The food quality on a Peru tours is excellent. It's world class. Almost all the food is locally grown. Well, I'm not rebelling against or fighting with academia anymore. I'm not going to bother because I simply like to present the evidence as I see it and give it to you, the world, to have a look at, and have you make your own decision as to make. Fighting with academia has become a complete waste of time. Well, thanks, Dave. Thanks for using some of my information in your classes. I think living in Peru is more enjoyable than living in the US personally. Cost of living is very low. The people are very nice. It's actually quite easy to get around. Chavin, yeah, the Chavin is a site located in central Peru. It's very ancient. The Chavin culture did occupy the location, but clearly they found a megalithic site, and like in many other locations, they simply expanded and built around what it is that they found. No, I haven't studied the Vedas. I'm not really that interested in the spirituality of India, but I would like to go someday and look at the megalithic sites, because there are some incredible megalithic sites in India that some people have seen. The best channel on that is Praveen's channel, because he lives there. The planet is a round spherical object. My last UFO encounter was about 1.5 years ago in Paracas, Peru. See a lot of orb sightings and things like that. I did once see a metallic spacecraft. That was in Hawaii about 20 years ago. We do have people who like to talk about astrology on our tours on occasion. We have had experts on in astrology come with us, and it's always a great addition. What we try to do with the tours is do a holistic approach, respecting the indigenous wisdom of the area, studying, of course, the megalithic sites. We often have engineers and architects come with us, and they give us other insights. So we like to do a well-rounded, including spiritual pursuits, etc. Yeah, Praveen Mohan is the name of the person who's in India, who's the expert on the megalithic sites of India. He's done hundreds of videos, and they're actually quite brilliant. No, Contact in the Desert has been canceled for this year. So it'll be next June. I just got the email from the people organizing it a couple of days ago saying that it's canceled. And as far as I know, there are no real megalithic sites, ancient megalithic sites in North America, because of course up until 12,000 years ago, most of it was covered by a mile or two of ice. I think the Gosford glyphs in Australia are actually authentic, and that's been backed up by Egyptologists that I know. Uncharted X is another really good channel to look at. That's my friend Ben. Well, as I said, I'm not planning on moving around here yet. Have to wait for situations to stabilize more. I don't want to take any public transit or get on a plane too often until things are stabilized. There's a lot of new work about the Younger Dryas events, and so it's helping to establish more and more as time goes on that the Younger Dryas did happen 12,900 to 11,800 years ago. No, I've not been to Mali, and I don't really plan to. I'm focusing my attention more on South America and the Middle East and Egypt and maybe some parts of Europe and Easter Island. I am safe, thank you. Only go out to buy food and stuff. Yes, I think the vitrification is the result of the Younger Dryas time period. Well, Randall Carlson is a very brilliant man, and so is Robert Schoch. They both have very good ideas. The Eye of the Sahara, I have a friend of mine who went there a few months ago, and he said there's nothing really, no ancient structures or anything there, so it is not evidently Atlantis, as some would speculate. The South Pole as an Antarctica sounds really fascinating. I'm sure there are some mysterious things there, but I don't plan on going myself. And also, you're not allowed to access the interesting sites there because, of course, you have many different governments that have facilities there. They're not going to let you wander around and discover any ancient pyramids or structures that are there, obviously. Nanmadol, would like to go at some point in time. It's megalithic clearly, but it doesn't look like it's precision megalithic, but megalithic, of course. Yeah, I've watched, I think, all of Bright Insight stuff. Jimmy's stuff is really brilliant. I'm very thankful that he has referenced my stuff, especially earlier on. So Bright Insight is a very good channel to watch. Yeah, Jimmy is great. I've been to China, but again, you're not allowed to access the really interesting stuff in China, especially now. Of course, I would not go to China because of all the disease, Well, I'm connected with all of all of the guys who are doing the great stuff now, like Uncharted X and Bright Insight and Praveen Mohan, etc. They're the really guys who are up and coming, and very thought-provoking stuff they're coming out with. Some of the old guard people are no longer doing as much, and it's really good that younger people are taking this stuff on. Michael Tellinger, I like Michael a lot. He's a great friend of mine. Yeah, I'd love to do an interview with Praveen. He hasn't contacted me, but hopefully he will at some point. Oldest ancient site I've been to, I don't know. We're simply saying that these sites are pre-cataclysmic, so they're more than 13,000 years old. Okay, well, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. My eyes are starting to really hurt because I'm using my iPhone to record this, and the sun's blasting me in the face. So thank you so much for being part of this Q&A. I'll do this again in the near future, maybe from my computer so that I can see things better. But all the best to all of you from me.